Brand new video today. We are doing 2 college football player props here on PrizePicks for Saturday, August 24th. Week 0 of the college football season, you guys. Again, been waiting for this for like the last 6 months. College football, NFL, it's the best time of year if you guys do enjoy prop betting. Before I get started, you guys, link in the description below. Hop into our premium Discord. It takes you to wap.com. It's $9.30 per month, 31 cents per day. You're able to cancel your subscription anytime. Multiple 5-star reviews over in the premium Discord, you guys. Again, it's where I post all the plays I'm making on PrizePicks. We got other cappers in there as well. They post all their plays. Super positive community in there. Everyone just trying to help each other cash. But I got 2 plays here. I'm targeting this same game, Georgia Tech versus FSU. I just feel like it's the best game to cap as far as research, data, and just everything that goes into it. Again, you guys, let me know in the comments below how you feel about this video at the end, and you guys please drop a like as well. But let's get into it. 2 player props. College football is back, you guys. Super excited time. I'm gonna have daily uploads. College football, NFL, NBA. If you guys were with me last season or the year before, you know we went crazy when it comes to college football. But 2 player props. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So this pair here that I'm this 2-man that I'm running is going to be a 2.25x multiplier. I just feel like week 0 there's literally no data and there's only 4 games here on this Saturday slate. So I'm looking to play it safe, just really build the bankroll here, keep some decent profit. I like Roydell Williams, running back for Florida State. I like his over 49.5 rushing yards. If you really do like this play, you could take his 67.5 regular line here. But at 49.5, I think is just elite value. Given that it does create, once I give you guys the second play on the pair, it does create a 2.5x a 2.25x compared to a 2x or like a 1.9x multiplier. But 10.5 point spread. Florida State's gonna be 10.5 point favorites. This game is being played in Ireland, Dublin, Ireland. 55.5 total. Both the plays from this video are gonna be from this game here. Georgia Tech versus Florida State. Taking a look at this. The weather in Dublin, Ireland for tomorrow doesn't look great. PM showers, right? I mean, again, I don't know what time of day it's going to be in Ireland for this game, but PM showers, it's going to be windy and it's going to be decently cold, I mean, compared to where it is weather-wise in the majority of the U.S. But we look at Roydell Williams. He's, I believe, an Alabama transfer. Alabama transfer. First-year player at Florida State. He's going to be the RB1 on this team. We saw last season in pretty small sample sizes when he was able to get the workload. He can clear 49.5 rushing yards pretty easily. I mean, last season he hit the over on this line in 5 games, and he was the RB3, even some RB2, even sometimes RB3 in that Alabama backfield. But you can see here, I mean, when he gets at least 7+ rushing attempts, even 6+ rushing attempts, he's got a pretty decent hit rate on this line. But more specifically, right, we know Georgia Tech, going back to last season, was a horrible run defense. Last year in the country, all college football Division I teams, Florida State allowed the 3rd most rushing yards in the country, right? Of every single Division I football team, Georgia Tech allowed the 3rd most rushing yards per game. 5.4 rushing yards per attempt, which is the 4th highest in college football. So it presents a great opportunity for Roydell Williams. I honestly do think this game is going to be pretty competitive. I mean 11.5 point spread, or 10.5 point spread for college football is not a lot. I mean, if this was like WNBA, you'd think this may be a blowout, but 10.5 point spread in college football would be considered, to me, a pretty competitive game. We know that this Florida State offensive line is one of the best in the country. According to Pro Football Focus, which again to me is the best football analytics platform as far as offensive lines and top offensive lines in the country, they said Florida State has the 9th best offensive line, right? One of the deepest offensive lines in the country. 8 offensive linemen who played at least 190 snaps for FSU, 5 returned, including 3 starters. So they got one of the best offensive lines in the country. Roydell Williams facing one of the worst run defenses in the country. I like this spot a lot here at 49.5 as a goblin. Second play here is going to be a fantasy score line. It's going to be the running back for Georgia Tech. It's going to be Jamal Haynes. Now, Florida State has obviously a pretty good defense. I know their defensive line is pretty revamped. They got a ton of new players coming into this one. But I think given the 11.5 point spread and given the 55.5 point game total, I think there's just going to be a ton of opportunities for Jamal Haynes here. And he had a pretty elite hit rate on this line going back to last season. We take a look over on Outlier. Again, there's a link in the description. You can get a 7-day free trial with Outlier with the link in the description below. Last season, he was over this line in 9 of 13 games, right? And usually in college football, running backs, year after year, they get better, right? They get more acclimated into certain offenses, and they obviously just get more usage, right, as they move up the depth chart. But last season, as a starter, he was the RB1 last season. He was over this line in 9 of 13 games, right? So already a 69% hit rate dating back to last season. Now, we look at over on DraftKings, right? Jamal Haynes, to get 12 receiving yards, he's minus 135, right? So last season, when he did hit, let's just say 10 receiving yards for Jamal Haynes, again, this is Jamal Haynes, when he had at least 10 receiving yards, he hit the over on this line in 5 of 6 games. He hit the over on this line. Again, this game here against BGSU, I barely played, only had 8 rushing attempts. But if he does get the receiving work out the backfield, which I do think he will see increased receiving work this season. He got decent receiving work last season with these targets, right? Averaged about 2.5 per game. But this is PPR fantasy scoring. So again, 2 catches for 10 yards is already 3 fantasy points there. Mind you, if he can score a touchdown, currently I think his odds, he's like minus 110 as a TD score overall. Let's see. Anytime TD score, anytime score, minus 105, right, as an anytime TD score. But I just think given the hit rate, you can even see last season there was numerous times he hit the over on this fantasy score line without scoring a TD, just doing it by rushing. I just think given his usage in this offense, how much they're going to need him in this offense in this game against Florida State, I like the over on this 11.5 point line for Jamal Haynes. So again, you guys, links in the description below. Super exciting times. College football week 0. Please drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, you guys, and as always, let's cash.